Week 1. A. A is for acquire. Acquire the necessary skills and knowledge. Acquire the necessary skills and knowledge. When I first started taking my art seriously, this bit of advice drove me crazy. I read it as, to be an artist, you have to become an artist. I was thinking to myself, yes, I know that, Mr. Obvious. That's why I'm asking. It felt very condescending to me. It wasn't until later that I realized what a solid piece of advice this really was. I think at the beginning I posed vague questions because I wasn't really sure what I needed to be asking. I wanted a quick and easy alphabetical list, such as this, of steps to follow. I needed something clear, concise, and that got me to my end goal. Not too much to ask, right? Right? Well, the problem was I didn't know what my end goal looked like. I didn't even know what medium I wanted to use. How could I acquire the skills and knowledge if I didn't even know that? This is where I hit frustration. If I'm honest, I still find this a bit frustrating. No one can answer this question but me. Luckily, I got another bit of advice that catapulted me in a direction. At this point, I just needed a direction, and anyone would do. The advice was to start with the fundamentals. In my case, they suggested drawing. I always recommend drawing as a good place to start if you don't know what direction you want to go. I found for myself, drawing has lent itself, in some way or another, to every other medium I've tried so far. The second thing I recommend is taking an honest assessment of where you are starting. This step was humbling for me. At this point, I had been painting most of my life. It was hard to admit to myself that I had zero skills with drawing. Sadly, this stick man is even better than the one I could draw at that point. Oh, Sticky, how far we have come. It truly baffled me how I could paint reasonably well and be so horrible at drawing. The third thing I did was hit my local bookstore and grabbed a book on drawing. I love the medium of books for learning. If it is an option, taking a drawing class can be so helpful. Having that guiding hand of a teacher who can point out areas needing improvement helps with focus. If that is not an option, learning from a video is also great. I think that is my favorite part about technology. I love how widely available information is. Hit up YouTube and search things like drawing how to or drawing for beginners, or Google terms like beginner's guide to drawing or how to start drawing. Don't hold yourself to too much at first. Just pick a medium and try one thing. Digging through my hoard of books, I can tell you my first was Drawing Made Easy by Barrington Barber. It gave me a basis for how I approach new mediums. The basics of fundamentals like perspective and tone, and was honestly just fun. A word of warning. When you start to learn something new, anything, be it music, art, or aerospace technology, you are going to realize how much there is to learn. I equate this to flying into New York City. When you see the city laid out in that perspective, you think, wow, how am I going to be able to see everything? The simple answer is most people never will. Just take a step back, take a deep breath, and focus on one block at a time. Before you know it, you'll find yourself in Central Park reveling in the delight of visiting the Ninja Turtles and realizing you forgot your mask and have to walk back to the hotel because you're not allowed on the subway without it. Oh boy, that was fun. I saw maybe 1% of the city. I didn't need 100% to enjoy it. I just enjoyed every minute of that 1%. What I am saying in a very long-winded way is, you will get there. Be patient, be kind, and most importantly, just enjoy the moment.